Dominique,
Hey,
welcome.
thank you
I'm
for
so
having
excited
me.
to have you here. Thanks for coming.
Of course.
So, let's get started. So, we want to talk about basically faith and fitness and
Love
how
it.
they can go together
Yeah.
and kind of redefining strength as women.
Yes.
So, you guys, this is Dominique Landry.
Hey.
She is a fitness expert. She also has her own company, Fit Enough. What are the socials they can find?
Fit_enough, or
Okay.
I'm Fit Enough with Dominique Landry.
Okay, great. As you can see, she knows a lot about the fitness community, way more than I ever will, and we're excited to have her a part of Pink Stork and just helping us, be able to spread awareness for women who are looking to empower themselves.
Yes.
Okay, so what does, when you think of fitness, what does that mean to you?
So I think it's a lot of things, and I'll start with why I got into it, because I felt like fitness on some level was like an assault against women specifically,
Yeah.
and kind of like a forced fed thing where it's we grew up and thinking that you had to be a certain size, you had to be a certain weight, you had to be all these things to quote unquote be fit. So I entered the space because I wanted to kind of be like a rabble rouser in fitness, where it's actually no, fitness can look like all these very different things. And we need to make space for all the things that fitness and holistic fitness can be, and how it can be sustainable and how it can be joyful.
Right.
Instead of this thing where we feel like we are consistently punishing ourselves.
Yeah, fitness can get such a bad rap for women because it's about our image and how we look and what size we are and how much we can, even how strong we are.
Absolutely, because you're told don't be too strong,
right?
But be a little bit strong,
right.
But also be very skinny. So make sure you don't lift too many weights. So you're told all these kind of things that really are battling one another. But it doesn't have to, right?
No.
It could really be simple, and it really could be fun and joyful, and all about strength and growth. And so that's what I think fitness is and what it should be for everyone.
What about growing up? I mean, obviously you were probably in sports and athletics. So how does that evolve? It's once you age out of sports, I mean, maybe you make it, her husband was a professional football player, so maybe you make it into a career, but that's not most of us.
Right.
And so how, where did that transformation happen to where fitness was fitness, meaning you were young and running around and playing, and it was fun.
Right.
No one forced you.
Right.
But where did that change, you think, specifically for women, where did that change too?
It's so funny because I think even when I was younger, the fitness aspect was always an aesthetic, right? I remember I did gymnastics, I did cheer, I did dance, I did track. And it was very evident that you needed to look a certain way to perform outside of probably track. But then track, you're running all the time, so you're gonna look a certain way anyways. But outside of track, I still felt the pressure to make sure that I looked a certain way as it was related to fitness. So I think even in sports, it can get on some level toxic. But to your point, as you age out of it, it really becomes a thing where it's literally only about how you look versus I never got the message of how do you feel when you're doing any of this. It was just always how do you look, how do you look, how do you look. And so then it's I connected my fitness to that piece of it.
And I think that's so important too, because when even what we do here at Pink Stork, we obviously have products for your physical body, but it's one element of your body.
Exactly.
And so when you look at, I think, fitness, the same thing can apply. The physical is what you see and what people judge you off, but it's one element. Are you fit mentally? Are you fit spiritually? Are you fit emotionally?
Yes.
Tying the whole body into fitness. And so I think that that's something that should be started almost at a younger age.
Yeah.
And obviously you go through things we have kids that are learning all those different elements that take time but have to be intentional.